This is going to be his 49th fight, and he said to me, I'm going to walk into this fight, going to give it the best performance of my career. And I think, for me, walking into your 49th fight, achieving almost everything as a fighter, being a three-weight world champion, if you look at his credentials, he's boxed everybody. And I think he's going in to put a great performance in and put his legacy on the line here. And I think that's what he's going to need to continue fighting at world-class fighters moving on.
Quite remarkable, unbelievable. Joseph, a busy night for you, and of course a huge night for you as well. Your charge, Anthony Crolla, been working with him for a long time. You understand what's on the line on Saturday night?
Yeah, listen, it's thanks to you, Sky, for putting the kids on the undercard. Before I touch on Anthony, a big night for some of my charges. They've been told on no certain terms in the gymnasium on Sunday. They had to perform and they had to do it in style on Saturday night. People like Scott Cardle, Jose Burton, no point talking about wanting British title fights. They've got to go out there and earn them and show that they're back, and the way that they're performing in the gym, they're like a little pack of hungry wolves sat at the bottom of the table there. They can't wait to get in there Saturday night. But as far as Anthony Crolla, this is a great fight, this, and listen, I'm disappointed as more of a build-up as such that two nice guys can finish first in boxing. Huge credit to Ricky Burns, being a professional 16 years. I think he turned professional 16 years ago next weekend, and just like that thing, in 16 years. And if you look at his record, who he's fought, Terence Crawford, Raymond Beltran, I mean, the list it goes on, and he's acquitted himself well in there. So I just like I say with Anthony Crolla, he's come back from injuries where he thought his career was finished, didn't think he'd fight again. We were sat here at an emotional press conference to announce the Perez fight, and he went and he won it at the second time of asking, fought the fifth Barossa, came through the storm. We went into the eye of the storm that night and won, and then he went in with one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Jorge Linares, and you seen last weekend against Luke Campbell. He fought, he did well, and everyone knows that Linares, he didn't seem to like get out of third gear, did he? He had the fight in the bag and just went through it. So listen, huge credit to both fighters. I think they both deserve a huge round of applause for what they've both achieved in boxing up to now and the way that they conducted themselves. So I'd like everyone to give Anthony and Ricky Burns a huge round of applause.
Tactically in this fight, I know you won't give your tactics away, but people are just expecting this just to unravel very quickly, just to be a very high-paced, active fight. Are you expecting that as well? I mean, I know you'll have a game plan, but ultimately these guys are going to go to war on Saturday night.
I think Tony has a problem. If you watch Ricky's fights, and I have with Anthony's fights, they'll all go out with a game plan, but that devil inside them, and you see that at domestic level. You watch Ricky when he fought Nicky Cook, when he fought Kevin Mitchell. Same with Anthony when he fought John Murray, Gavin Rees. They just go, sling the tactics, let's have it. And sooner or later in the fight, Saturday night, I think that's going to happen. Ricky's a very proud fighter. Like you say, he's fighting for his legacy. Anthony Crolla is very proud. He's coming back from a loss, as is Ricky, and they've got to go in there on Saturday night and give it their all. And the fans aren't got to be shortchanged Saturday night. Great undercard, and like you say, a great top of the bill fight as well.
Thanks, Joe. Ricky, let's have it. I think that sort of sums you up, really, watching you in the gym. And I saw a little tweet from you yesterday saying, hello Manchester. You're excited to be here, aren't you? You're excited by this fight. These are the kind of fights that you live for.
I know, Joe. I'm just really looking forward to Saturday night. When this fight was first announced, obviously we decided to drop back down to lightweight, and Tony had his concerns and that, but I think he knew that, especially the first couple of weeks of camp, how strict I was being and how much I was putting in the gym, and I've done the weight so comfortable. And I've always said that if we never got the opportunity to fight, obviously for the third weight world title, who knows, I could still have been campaigning at lightweight now. But I'm feeling good. Even last night doing the public workout, when I was in that ring, although I was only just shadow boxing, everything feels right, everything's went to plan for this, and I just can't wait to get in there.
Yeah, it's important that you actually really wanted to stay at lightweight, and obviously it was others saying, you know, you took the Figueroa fight, and that was a big fight for you at the time, coming off a loss, but then moving, obviously, the world title opportunity. But ultimately, in the back of your head always was that 135 was your preferred weight.
I know, well, like I said, in the build up to this, don't get me wrong, it's been tough having to cut back on portion sizes and stuff like that, but I've done the weight comfortably, that's not been an issue. So again, I'm just looking forward to getting them all over, and then I can concentrate fully on the fight. But we know what to expect here. This is going to be a good hard fight, and as everybody's been saying here, it's going to be a great night of boxing, a great undercard, and the fans are going to win.
And finally, obviously, you live for these big fights. You've got a huge support in Glasgow, many thousand of them coming down. This will be the biggest crowd that you've boxed in front of, and Anthony as well, and you can't wait for the atmosphere. It's going to be a great fight.
Well, first time boxing in Manchester, but you know, I've been to a couple of events, and I've saw Anthony's got a great support down here, and you know, I'm sure all the fans that are coming down to support all the fighters, it's going to shape up to be a good night.
Anthony, you're kind of got the same sick mentality, really. You love to fight, you love these big nights, you live for them. You know, we looked at the Monaco card, we looked at Anthony Joshua's undercard, but with everything that had happened as well, people wanted you to bring big time boxing back to Manchester Arena, and just a few days away now.
Yeah, excited, very excited for Saturday night, and you just mentioned it then, listen, I'm sure it would have been great to be on Monaco or Big AJ's undercard, but I think it sort of says a lot about us both, is that we probably would have been allowed a bit of an easier fight and got away with it, but no, this is what we want. We both want to be involved in proper fights, and on Saturday night that's certainly what it is. It's a proper fight, and it's a fight worthy of top in the arena, which is a special place, and it deserves a great fight on Saturday night, and I'm sure me and Ricky won't disappoint.
I remember when we sat here a couple of years ago now, I guess, and we did that really moody thing and put in the drape down to announce that you were fighting Perez, and it was like, it was a very emotional time, and you two have both experienced some incredible nights. Now, of course, Ricky, a 3-weight world champion, I remember being there with the Michele De Rocco fight, was incredible, and even before that, of course, when he beat Roman Martinez, and for you, you know, the experience of everything around the Admiral fight and the injury, and of course getting rocked really in the first fight against Perez and stopping him in the next, overcoming the odds against Barroso and the Linares fight. What drives you for these kind of fights now? Obviously you want to get back to challenge for a while.